Hey guys, it's Angel here, Angel Lopez or AALS3179, but I'm just gonna go by Angel for a short term. Hey guys, it's Angel here. This is the new version of the Life as a Fan. Now, before I get started with the video, I want to say, first of all, I just want to tell you guys that yes, I am going to keep my old Life as a Fan videos, the original ones. They'll still be around. I'm not going to delete them anytime soon, but I will redo the stories of the Raiders, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings, and other teams right now. For now, well, mostly Raiders, Dodgers, and Lakers because I got more history. Kings, I'm starting to late Galaxies maybe. But all that stuff. And I'll bring back Monster Jam and, Purdue Boilermakers. I haven't started watching college football, but I'm going to try to see if I can try to make a history. Now, I want to tell you guys news that Life as a Fan will be more than that. I will tell stories about, my life being a fan of all these things, including a lot of things like how I started watching YouTube, how I became obsessed with everything, and all that stuff. So, yeah, the new version is finally here. So, I will still keep the original version, but I will still re-upload new versions. However, the soundtrack will still be the same. I got the soundtrack inspiration from, a guy named Tim Horn, from his history, MTWS. I did not want to take full credit of doing this video. I think Tim Horn, the guy named Tim Horn, deserved this credit mostly as much as I do because, he's the one that offered me the soundtrack and he let me borrow it, which, shout out to him. But anyways, this is going to be another chapter right now. We're going to another chapter right now. This is the story of my life as a fan of Hotel Transylvania. Now, I never post anything about Hotel Transylvania in my life. This is my very first time uploading because there was more to that, how the movie had changed me, how it changed my life, and it really changed the rules of the game ever since. Even though I was sad, the fourth movie will be the final part, and I'm very sad that this is the end of the era for the movie. But you know what? I want to give it a spectacular, and this is a big shout out to the movie producers and the movie itself and Sony Animation for making this beautiful movie. I don't care if anyone wants to like the movie or not. To me, this movie is one of the best movies ever, and it changed the rules of the game. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, because here's the story of my life as a fan with Hotel Transylvania. Well, this is how it all started. When I was a youngster, I remember at the time I was obsessed with rated R movies. Like, literally, I was obsessed with the violence, all that stuff. During my teenage years, I want to act like one of those cool people, which at the time I made so many great friends, all that stuff, doing my own things and everything like that. Went through, different scenarios, different directions with my life and stuff like that, but you know how teenage life goes. So this is how it all started. So I was a freshman at the time when the very, very first movie came out. Now, unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to see it. I mean, I have seen the trailers. I have seen the promotion about the movie at the time. But at the time, I didn't want to watch it because it didn't caught my attention and all that stuff because I was not really into it and all that stuff. So, yeah, at that time, I was not really into Hotel Transylvania. I mean, I never seen the movie. It never even caught my attention, but I did see the trailer of it. But I feel like it's one of those movies not into it. Because like I say, I was obsessed with rated R movies, all that stuff. But however, my life changed until 2015. Now, during the time in 2015, I was a senior in high school, which at the time, it was during my second semester. That's how it all started. Now, before I seen the actual trailer for the second movie, at the time, I seen some clips of Hotel Transylvania. Like the most memorable moment when someone put the ending part where they had this, where all the groups were singing together on the very first movie. Where someone put this one song, by Eminem called Rap God, where he does that on Speedy, the version of the song, the way how he sings it, how does he sing it fast? And they put it on the Dracula thing. I kind of find it hilarious, literally, I kind of find it hilarious. And then after that, that's how it all started. And ever since then, I saw the second trailer. My very first time watching Hotel Transylvania 2's this trailer was when Dracula was taking his grandson Dennis up there, trying to throw him off the balcony from the top of the tower. Even the monsters were begging him, no, don't do it. Like they were trying to promote for the second movie. And the funniest thing is Wayne the werewolf, the way how he looked when he looked so sad while he's looking from the bottom and all the monsters were worried about him. They were trying to convince Dracula to save him. At first, he thought he had it because, you know, he wanted to turn into a vampire, which before I get to the plot, that's not until later on, because that was way before when, you know, that's the trailer for now. So, when Dracula saved Dennis, then it was like, again, and then they promoted when it's going to come out, all that stuff. I remember I was at my parents' room. It was me, my 3 brothers, and my mother. We were watching the trailer. My mom says it caught her attention. And at that time, I finally get to watch the very first Hotel Transylvania. Now, my very first time watching it, like I say, I didn't get a chance to watch it the day the movie came out or the same year because it didn't caught my attention, was a couple of years later, because if it wasn't meant for the trailer of the second one. And at that time, I was at the living room watching with my dad and my mom and my brothers. My dad decided to buy the movie. It wasn't that expensive. It was about like a couple of cents, you know, on Amazon Prime, or I don't know where he got it from. I forgot what app, but that was at the time when there were, you know, you had to pay for the movie, but it wasn't that expensive. When we saw the whole movie, my life changed forever. Ever since then, I've been very close with my mother before. No, don't get me wrong. I have been close with my mom, but my mom and I have been madly close, like madly closer, so much because if it wasn't meant for that movie. Because ever since I saw the first one, that was the life, that my life never been the same before. I stayed away from rated R movies. I got rid of rated R stuff off of my head. I stayed away from the violence because it wasn't my choice anymore. It feels like the movie is trying to tell me something, like saying, you know what, Angel? That violent stuff, you need to get that out of your head because it's not who you are. You should not be representing something. And since then, I took the movie for granted. And ever since then, that's when I've been obsessed with Hotel Transylvania. Now, I have seen ever since I saw the entire movie, it was really amazing. And my favorite moment too, like, you know, every time I see movies like before I seen Hotel Transylvania, there was been a warfare, a fight, a beef between vampires and werewolves. But in this movie, finally they get to make a movie where Dracula himself and Mavis, they get along with Wayne and Wanda and the rest of the other wolf pups. Even though the wolf pups are so annoying. One of the funniest moments when Murray comes out there from with the sand, one of the wolf pups grabbed the sand ball and hit it on the wolf pups in the head. I'm like, damn, man, these wolf pups are so savages, like literally so savages. Including that, one thing I like about the movie the most is like it's telling Drac a story. Like, I know you're upset because, you know, like a species like humans are really, you know, they ruined your life because, you know, you lost your wife because of them, and you had to protect your daughter from a hotel. But there's reasons why humans have moved on. At first, he's been having a beef with Johnny, you know, this and that, because, you know, he doesn't appreciate. It's not that at first he didn't appreciate him, but when he came back, you know, he's starting to. But he didn't want him to be in a relationship with Mavis. It's not because he didn't want it to. It's because he's scared to lose Mavis. You know, he didn't want to lose her because he doesn't know what to live with himself. But I can relate that pain. I don't blame him as a, you know, as a father, even though I'm not a dad. But one day, if I became a dad, I'll do the same thing with my daughter. I can't live without her. That's how I am. But anyways, when years ago, ever since when I first saw that movie changed my life. Like, I have never been the same since. And then that's when, a couple months later, something is about to change. Now, after that I saw the very first movie of Hotel Transylvania, we were waiting for the second one as long as, you know, we got like a couple months prior, you know, we were waiting for, you know, the second one comes out. I wanted to watch it in movie theaters with my mom. And I remember every time when I see the trailer, and it took me a while to find out the kid's name. His name is Dennis, all that stuff. And ever since then, you know, another funny fact is when I was watching the trailers of Hotel Transylvania, a lot of people thought Dennis wasn't supposed to exist. Like, you know, like, it's because people thought Mavis and Johnny are in their teenage age. Like, people thought they're in their teenage years. Like, they thought they were really teenager, and they thought the movie supports teenage having kids or something like that, and they think that they're too young. But people had to debunk them because, you know, Mavis was like, what, 118 years old, which is 18 years of version of humans, and Johnny's like, what, 21 years old. But another thing too, what caught my attention from the first movie is that they fell in love with each other. It's like Johnny has a girl, like, not just he sees her as a vampire, but I bet he would see her as a human. That's just the way how I see, but still, it was a great romantic story, you know, for these two guys. Now, after that, we were waiting, you know, waiting for a few months. However, my mom got us to this book, which is the Hotel Transylvania 2 book. When I read the entire book, I told my mom, Mom, please do not read the book, because for some reason, I don't know why, even to this day, same thing they did to the third movie, is why do they have to, like, you know, make spoilers? Like, believe it or not, when this book came out, way before the movie came out, and at that time, it was showing a lot of spoilers, what's going to happen in the movie. And I found out what was really going to happen because it was a big, humongous spoilers. And I don't know why either Sony, I don't know why would Sony or whoever or anyone decide it's a good idea to, you know, to give out the books or something. Including I saw a YouTube video where it has the full story of Hotel Transylvania. And at that time, I was like, okay, I do not want my mom to watch the video or read the book because that has so much spoilers. I recommend watch the movie first before you get to that, because at that time, I don't know why, whether Sony Animation made a mistake or they approved it. I'm not so sure. Was it them or the producers? I don't know. But still, I did tell my mom, please don't read it because it has a lot of spoilers. Good old memories. Including another funny moments that I feel like I was a 5-year-old kid again. I remember when I was 5 years old, I used to annoy the smack out of my mom about movies and stuff. But at the time, I was a 19-year-old guy at the time, like a 19-year-old kid, annoying the smack out of his mother, acting like a 5-year-old saying about Hotel Transylvania, Hotel Transylvania, like blah, 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 blah. Good old memories. And that's why I annoy the smack out of my mom. My mom's like, you know, my mom, she's cool with it. There's times that, yeah, she gets frustrated, annoying, like she wants to do her me time. But there's most of the other time she appreciated what I talk about because, you know, that's the movie we like to talk about. And then ever since then, we finally get to wait. After all the weeks and months, we finally get to wait. Hotel Transylvania 2 has hit around the corner in the movie theaters. And other thing too, me and my mom, we went on the very same day, the same day that the movie came out. My mom and I went to the movie theaters and we finally get to watch the second Hotel Transylvania 2. As we were watching the whole thing, it was so beautiful, man. Like, you know, we finally get to witness Mavis and Johnny's wedding. That was really magical. And we get to see, you know, the birth of Dennis and Dennis, you know, all that stuff. Dennis finally became the vampire in the end. Oh, man. Including, I remember I just, like, after the movie, I really still annoyed the smack out of my mom. Still, as a 19, well, at the time 19, but as a acting like a 5-year-old child, you know, telling her about the movie, all that stuff. That movie literally got me close with my mom ever since. Just like the world of Monster Jam or Monster Trucks, I'm very close with my dad. But my mom, we get so close when it comes to the movie. And even though one of our favorite moments is when Mavis, you know, used Dennis to say blah, blah, blah. And Dracula responded, I do not say blah, blah, blah. And then even though Mavis tried to convince him, she didn't, like, you know, Dennis didn't say, he just didn't. But after when Dracula left, it was Mavis is the one that made, you know, Dennis said blah, blah, blah. And, you know, Dracula heard, he's like, it was you. And he caught him red tail. And another thing too, about the second one is not just really inspirational, really a good movie that me and my mom really enjoyed, even though the second one is her #1 favorite. Also, after the movie, here's a picture of me with my mom. Me and my mom taking a, you know, we caught up with some random guy, asking him to take a picture of me and her. So once he took a picture of me and her, we were just pointing the side. And if you could tell the t-shirt, I made a customized t-shirt of Hotel Transylvania 2, same as my mom. As we were pointing the movie, you know, the movie picture thing, how the, you know, the movie theater has and all that stuff. Oh, man. The only thing was so weird and so different is, like, the design. Like, if you look at the first movie, it was like a dark version, but for some reason, this movie was so bright. Like, Mavis looks a little different, same as Dracula, Johnny, the others. But what's so different is mostly Mavis. It's like, I know Mavis does look the same as the first one, but I think because either her eyes went bigger or her style went different. I'm not so sure, but it's like, it's so weird that if you look at Mavis, you know, I can't tell, you know, what's the difference between both of them. Including another funny fact is, before the movie came out, when they were saying something about, you know, Mavis wanted to take Dennis to California because of, you know, he's showing more human, less than a vampire. I was like this to my mom, Mom, something is about to get real. We have to see the second movie. She's like, yeah, I know, like something like that, everything. Oh my goodness, beautiful memories, man. And then after when the second movie came out, on my 19th birthday. Actually, no, take back. I wasn't like really 19 at the time. I was 18 years old at the time when the second movie came out. I'm sorry, I apologize. But anyways, that same year on my 19th birthday, I celebrated Hotel Transylvania. And at that same year, I made this logo. I had my sports teams. I had my Raiders, Dodgers, Lakers, Kings, Galaxies, and including Hotel Transylvania. Including, fun fact is, the logo was inspired by the actual logo of Hotel Transylvania, because, you know, it had that purple and the gold, you know, the purple background, gold lettering, all that stuff. If you look at the second movie, you know, you guys may know what I'm talking about. But still, I celebrated my 19th birthday on that very same year. You know, I went to Morongo's Casino with my, you know, my two best friends, my uncle, my dad. We had a blast, all that stuff. And yeah, the rest was history. Ever since then, Hotel Transylvania, my love of Hotel Transylvania has become extra stronger ever since the second one. And I will never forget that time until when we get to the third movie. Now, after that, it was confirmed that the third movie was going to come out for a summer vacation. Now, before the third movie came out, my mom got another book, which I don't know why, even to this day, which is not her fault, but I don't even know why. Well, I'm not talking about her. I'm just talking about this this part. I don't know why. Is Hotel Transylvania 3: Drax in Love. Now, when I saw the book, it also gave out, you know, like always, spoilers. And the funniest fact is, if you look at Maven's face on the front cover of the book, she looks so upset. I remember I was telling my mom, Maven looks so upset. She's like, yeah, she does. Like, literally, we don't know. Well, I don't even know what. At the time, I didn't know why she was upset or something, but she's probably a little concerned or something. Now, before the third movie came out, not just for the book, you know, I read everything like that. My mom and I, we saw a YouTube video, which is, it was promoted for the other movie called Emoji's Movie, which to this day people say it's a horrible movie. I never seen the movie, even though, nah, it didn't call my attention, but I heard that a lot of bad reviews were coming, which, you know, I feel sorry for the producers. I believe the Emoji Movie could be a good movie, but I don't know why, you know, that's how everyone's opinions are. But anyways, when the Emoji Movie came out, they made a shorts known as The Monster Pet or Puppy's Pets. Or no, actually it's called Hotel Transylvania Short Puppy, which is when Dennis finally get to have a dog, and his name is Tinkles. When me and my mom watching it, the entire YouTube video, we were like, that was a big dog that Dracula got him. Including, I like the part when, you know, when Tinkles was so hungry that Dracula has to feed him with the meat. And when Dracula told, you know, the dog to speak, Tinkles responded to us like, "Hi, how are you?" And Dracula look at the camera face, he's like shocked, and my mom's like laughing. And then in the last part, when the skeleton people came out, that Tinkles was so hungry that he wanted the bones. He attacked those skeleton peoples because of the bones, even though Dracula was convinced him to stay, but he didn't listen and start eating it, and it caused the room and, you know, into a destruction. And I remember when Mavis Face, she's like telling Dracula what happened, and Dracula responded, "Tinkles happened," and he used one of the, you know, the skeleton's arm to point at Tinkles, and Tinkles like teething or chewing the skeleton people, all that stuff. It was a really funny short, but at the same time, I kind of feel sorry for Drac, because if it does happen in real life, you know, I'm not going to explain to that, because there could be a bad lawsuit against, you know, they can sue them for, you know, all that stuff. But anyways, let's get back to the game. So, now, when the third movie came out, it wasn't not bad. My mom and I, you know, like we came to the movie theaters for the second time in a row. Well, we didn't watch the same day the movie came out. It was like a week after. But even though 1 week after the movie came out, we decided to watch it together. It was really amazing, you know. We loved the whole entire thing. I love the boat, you know, and it kind of reminds me of the Titanic boat, you know, but except it's taller, all that stuff, everything. Now, it was so weird that this is the very first movie, like, not the very first movie that a villain was almost in the entire scene, which, compare in the first movie, they had a chef named Quasimodo. He only, Dracula only froze him in the first part. In the second movie, they only had the villains in the last minute, which is known as Bella, and the crew members were trying to attack trying to attack Dennis, but Dennis fight back, and the monsters help him out, trying to attack those guys too. And after that, they have the entire movie. So the main villains normally was going to be Erica, which is Dracula's love interest. Which I kind of first, it's kind of weird that Dracula finds, you know, a true love. But, you know, he should have, I don't know, like, I have no problems to say right now. If he wants to find love, He wants to find love because it happens to a lot of people. Once when, you know, it's true that, yeah, you miss your loved one. You know, you don't see your loved one anymore. But once you move on to someone else, I bet your loved one up there will be appreciate you, you know, wants your life to be happy. Which, you know, it's still, you know. But anyways, I'm not going to get to that. Anyways, Erica, at first, she was a bad person, but she became a good person because, you know, her great-great-grandfather was trying to, you know, trying to destroy all these monsters by using the, you know, this piano thing to use this, use the Kraken to brainwash the Kraken, attack the monsters and all that stuff. What's so weird is that I'm surprised he turned back against Erica because she was trying to save Dracula's life. But it's like, dude, you're just gonna eliminate your great-great-granddaughter? Like, that's so messed up. What kind of great-grandfather are you? But even though he became a good guy in the end when Dracula saved his life, all that stuff. Including, and one of the most memorable moments about the, you know, the third movie was when they were playing the Macarena song and everyone started dancing, including the squid he joined in. Oh my god, I kind of find it funny. And including, you know, Dracula proposed to Erica in the last part, all that stuff. So, yeah, it wasn't I mean, the third movie was good too. But even though if I was going to compare all three of them, I don't know, it's like a three-way tie. But if I was going to pick the best one, I'll have to say either the first or the second. But the third one's not that bad too. I really enjoy watching the third one. And then after that, a few years later, we finally get to witness the very final time they finally made, which is Hotel Transylvania, Transformania. Oh, sorry, I cannot pronounce it right. Anyways, so we went to the fourth one. Not bad, but the only thing I was kind of a little upset that Kevin James is not, you know, not Frankenstein anymore, and Adam Sandler, which is the biggest guy in the world of the movie, is not representing his role as Dracula, which he was replaced by another guy, which is a YouTuber, which I've seen his videos before. His name is Brian Hull, which I liked his videos a lot, and he does definitely sound as, you know, Dracula. Now, before I saw the fourth one, we saw the little mini shorts called Monster Pets, which Dracula's trying to help Tinkles to find a roommate. I kind of feel sorry for him. Like, at first he finds so many roommates when Tinkles finally, you know, made a friend who was a cat, Egyptian cat, until for some reason they decided to play with Dracula, and Dracula didn't want to play. We kind of felt bad for him. But when I first heard the voice, I was like, dang, Brian Hull definitely sounds a lot like, what's his name, Adam Sandler's character. Like, I was really, really shocked and impressed. Like, literally, really shocked and impressed at the same time. After that, we finally get to watch the fourth one. Not bad. At first, we were waiting to watch it in the theaters in October. Unfortunately, I don't know why, but Hotel Transylvania, you know, I don't know why Sony Animation decided not to, you know, reschedule the whole thing. But that was before then because I found out what happened because that's something to do with COVID related and all that stuff. So they decided to reschedule it and put it on Amazon Prime on January, which this past January, my mom and I saw the entire thing. We loved it so much, and it was really inspirational, especially you're telling... The only thing I didn't get from the movie is why is there saying that Johnny's not part of the family, which in reality, Johnny is part of the family. It doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. It just doesn't make any sense, but still, we kind of like the monster, Johnny, the funny guy, but except, you know, sadly, he has to turn into a vicious monster. And I was upset, too, when that big hamster, you know, Erica's hamster, destroyed the entire hotel. But I'm glad they refixed it, everything, but sadly, they didn't show how it looks the inside. I mean, they did, but just the animation end credits, 2D version, something like that. And after that, me and my mom gave a great emotional goodbye. Now, before I end the video, I want to show you guys something. Here's a picture of, this is the picture I drew back in a couple years ago. This is me on the far left. There is me on the far left. I was at the Oakland with the Raiders, represents Oakland at the time. Preseason, I call it me with the Hotel Transylvania. You see Mavis, Johnny, Dennis, Dracula, and Erica. We were all at the game watching the entire game. It was a preseason game, but since it was made from that same year, it was us against the Rams, and we won that preseason game. Oh yeah, really, really great memory. Because the reason why, not just I was obsessed with Hotel Transylvania, another fun fact is, Johnny, he was from Santa Cruz, which is about an hour away from Oakland, which at the time the Raiders represent Oakland. I said to my mom, in my world, my Johnny, he's obsessed with the Raiders. Like, you know, Mavis and Johnny are Raider fans. And Johnny's a humongous Rich Gannon fan because he grew up watching Rich Gannon. All that stuff. I told him the story about, you know, my world and everything. And after that, I forgot to mention on that third movie, on my 22nd birthday, or my 22nd birthday, I also celebrate Hotel Transylvania again for the second time. And if you look at the logo, it's like orange, red, represents my two favorite trucks at the time, you know, Max D and Dalmatian. Oh my gosh, really beautiful memories. And after that, I celebrate Hotel Transylvania movie again on my 25th birthday, alongside with you know, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, or Space Jam, you could say, and Gravity Falls and Rick and Morty again, 5 channels. So which means Hotel Transylvania it broke the world record. It became the only mascot that I celebrate with my birthday with 3 times, which is on my 19, 22, and 25. And after that, the rest was history with my life as Hotel Transylvania. And also, another thing I want to show you is that the pictures that you saw, Mavis and Johnny kissing each other, my friend Siniso Speed Paint, her real name is Ariel, but we call her by Siniso Speed Paint. Sorry, Ariel, I cannot pronounce your YouTube channel's name. A shout out to her, guys. Link down description down below. Give her a shout out that she deserves. She does a lot of drawings. This is the drawing she did for me for Hotel Transylvania with Mavis and Johnny, you know, for a Valentine's Day card. You know, I appreciate it, Sinisos. Thank you for Siniso Speed Paint. Shout out to you. Thank you. And after that, my life with Hotel Transylvania still remains to this day, but sadly, good things had to come to an end. This will be the final time and the fourth only that they made the movie.